everybody, thanks for joining. If you're new, my name is Eva, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back to watch another video. Today, I'm finally getting around to recording a tag video that's been on my list to do for quite a while. If I'm not mistaken, the tag was started by Danny from This Is Danny-O, and I also got a tag to do this video by Heart Mumbler. And of course, their videos will be in the description box below. I really like the idea of this video, which is to talk about which bags in your collection are dupes of other famous designs. But not just that, but to talk about if using that dupe has helped you make a decision about whether you might be interested in purchasing the actual original design. So I'll show you my bags and then I'll show you my thought process after using them for a while. So let's get started. Okay, starting here with my Coach Cassie bag. If you're a handbag lover, you know this Cassie design is modeled after the Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis. So a few years ago, I did go into Louis Vuitton. I did try it on, but for me, it was not any better than the Cassie. And for me, the Cassie actually won out because of the turn lock opening. It was so much easier to use this than that S-lock. And I was struggling with closing that in the store. And of course, the SA said it's easier when you've actually got things in there. And of course, I've heard that in many videos since. I do believe that to be true, but I don't want to have to deal with that. You know, I just want to be able to open and close this bag no matter if it's full or not. So for me, the turn lock is a definite winner. Another feature I actually like better about the Coach Cassie is the back pocket. So on the LV version, it's a zip closure here and it doesn't go the full length of the bag. But here on the Coach version, this pocket does go the full length of the bag and there's no zipper to work with, which for me is much easier because I can just slide my phone in there. It's just super easy to use. So for me, by using the Coach Cassie, I decided to stay with the Cassie and not buy the LV. Okay, now moving on. I'm showing this bag because it reminded me of the Chanel 19. I have a crush on that Chanel 19 bag. I love the look of it. I love how slouchy it is. It just looks to be so comfortable and I've definitely wanted it for years. So when I saw this pop up on the Real, they claimed it was an UGG bag, which I can see that because it has this suede here, but it's an independent brand. So what I really like about this is that it has the top handle and it has a braided chain strap. It also has an easy to use back pocket, the full length of the bag there. There are a lot of qualities that just really remind me of the Chanel 19. The hardware here on the front is different. This does not have, you know, the CC logo, which I appreciate because if it's not the real thing, I don't want it to be pretending to be the real thing. Here's a close-up of the tag in case you are interested in the brand. I think it's available on Etsy, or at least it used to be. One thing I like better than the Chanel 19 is actually the drop of the strap. So this is 22 inches and it works really well for me crossbody. The Chanel 19 bags in the size that I would like, which would be the large, isn't long enough, or at least that's what I think when I look at the measurements online. So knowing that this strap works better for me, this actually should quench my thirst for a Chanel 19, but it doesn't. The main reason why is because of the hardware, the quality of the hardware. When I pick up this hardware, it just feels cheap. The leather doesn't. The leather feels really nice, but I don't like the feel of this hardware. I don't like the feel of it on the turn lock. I think the braided chain actually looks really nice, but I just don't like the feel of it, especially here on this little top handle. So basically, I still want a Chanel 19. Okay, now moving on to NZ Wallace. This is the small Pippa bag, and as you can see, it's super cute. It was a seasonal release for Valentine's Day. This bag is a great dupe of the Louis Vuitton Coussin bag, a very similar design in that there's one external zip closure, but when you look inside the bag, there are several different organizational compartments. I thought I would love using a bag with this organization and having a place for everything. Once it gets full, I just don't like how it flares out. It's not my favorite look. So even though I love the organization, I just don't like the way that it looks because you can actually see the 3 compartments from the outside. When I see people wearing that LV bag or see it on a YouTube video, I love the look of it. Eyes are always drawn to it because I know that leather is luxurious. I love the look of the LV, you know, embossed on that leather. I know immediately in my mind to appreciate that from afar because that is not a design that's going to work for me. You might have seen my previous video where I got these 2 vintage Bali bags, Hermes copy with trapezoid shape, the top handle, the structured design of the bag, and also, in this case, the sangles. After owning these bags for a while, I can tell you that this one, which is the size 32, feels a little bit clunky. I'm just not sure, given the chance and, you know, having financial freedom and not worried about the cost, I'm not sure that I would buy a structured Kelly bag. in this size anyway, it just feels very clunky. What I've learned is that in a structured bag, the smaller size I think just feels better. It doesn't feel as clunky and potentially awkward. If I had the chance, after owning these two, I would definitely go for the smaller size. I know this size is more practical, but this size is just easier to use. It's not as clunky, and bonus, it has the cute factor. And my final bag to show you today is a hand-painted bag by the artist Anca Barbu. And maybe some of you remember this from one of my previous videos. I love this bag because of the fuchsia color, because of the graffiti painting all over the bag, the splatter effect, and also because of this saying, like, this is not a Birkin. You know, there's been a lot of discussion about the Walmart Birkin and the Workin. I actually like my version so much more because it has attitude, it has presence, and it's like, hey people, this is not that. I got it because it was pink, I got it because it was hand painted, I got it because of the art, but actually I learned that I like the design of the bag a lot. Fast forward to several months later, and I got one. And I love it. And I really believe that having this and trying it out made me so much more confident about getting this bag. Also, since I got the Anca Barbu bag, I actually made a trip to an Hermes store. I met an SA, I saw one in person. All those things combined gave me the confidence to buy this bag for myself, and I'm so glad I did. Well, this was really fun for me to go through my collection and think about which ones helped me decide not to buy, you know, the real thing, and which of my dupes made me or still make me want the real thing. And remember that This Is Danny-O and Heart Mumbler, their videos will be linked below, so go watch them if you haven't already. And any other content creators that would like to jump on this tag, if you have dupes in your collection that you would like to reflect on and how they maybe changed your thinking about the originals in one way or the other, we'd love to see your video about that, so feel free to make one. Thanks so much for watching. You take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.